for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God, I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee, and I will uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness.
Well, it's been a bit for us. Things are looking a little different around here because Melissa, if you haven't heard yet, is pregnant. My child.
I thought we were pregnant.
We're pregnant, but mostly Melissa.
It's just me.
Anyway, we were hopping back to work on the addition build. Like I said, it's been a while, but the time has finally arrived for us to get started with our very large Everlog concrete siding project.
Yeah, so of course things are going to be looking a little bit different. I can't be up on a ladder. I can't be lifting heavy pieces of siding. So we are going to be getting assistance from our teenage son, which we're very grateful for. So we're going to be calling Kaimani out here, but we have a lot of work to do.
I feel like you shouldn't be doing this already.
It's not even heavy.
You should be on the sidelines watching me.
That thing weighs like 5 pounds.
I got it.
I feel like life has been upgraded because now nobody wants me to work. Everybody feeds me. Like here.
Yeah, maybe I'm pregnant too.
You just want to be fed and told not to do anything. Oh, it's good.
So this is an inside corner with this Everlog concrete siding. We love this stuff, and we've pointed out before that it's awesome because it's so detailed. It's got a lot of bug bites. Just looks like natural wood, but it's actually concrete, which is very durable. Never has to be painted. It's why we love it. It's the same stuff that's on the house, so we've worked with it before. If you go back and remember, for those of you who have been around a while, we're using a diamond blade on an angle grinder to cut this. I just took a rough measurement here to get things cut to length. We're going to take it back to our corner where it's going to be set, and then we'll make some detailed cuts so it fits a little more perfectly.
So with the Everlog concrete siding, you have to put up all of the trim and all of the corner pieces before you put up the siding because the siding either butts up to it or slightly overlaps it depending on the piece. Also, you need to make sure that you are going in order as far as the walls go. So we need to do this wall before we do any other wall because with the horizontal lines, they need to line up absolutely perfectly. So if we were to do this wall and then try to do that wall, we would just have to hope they lined up, and then you could have a real mess on your hands. And if your lines don't line up, it's just gonna bug you forever. So we're gonna start with this wall and then we will work our way around the house.
All right, that corner piece is up. I can't believe I'm saying this. It's time to get back to some siding. Come on, are you ready? Yeah. All right, everyone, this is Kaimani. He's gonna be filling in for Melissa since Mama back there is getting subbed out. And we appreciate your help because Mom can't be doing this anymore. She shouldn't though.
She's with child.
She's with child. So how do we know where our studs are? On the back side of the wall.
The dots.
The dots, but not all the dots, right? Mm-hmm. So how do we know?
Nails.
Nails. So if at any point I tell you, go mark the studs, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna grab the level, you're gonna find those nails. You're gonna line your level up, check your bowl, make sure that you're plumb. Okay, like that? So if at any point while I'm cutting I say, hey, go mark the studs, this is what I want. Got it? See why those lines are important?
All right, we got the first piece on, but we ran into a bit of a snag. So when we poured the foundation for the addition, it was after the house, and the foundation sits a little lower. So originally we put the piece on and it didn't line up with the house. We had to bump the flashing up so that we're not looking at 2 or 3 inches of silver flashing all the way around the house. Unfortunately, that means that a little bit of the zip sheathing is sticking out the bottom. So what we're going to do is leave it for now, and then eventually we are going to be doing stone along the bottom of the foundation. So we will be covering that up, but In the meantime, you're going to see like an inch of green sticking out the bottom of our siding, but we're gonna get it taken care of.
Very professional.
Summer came and it went too soon. Felt the sting of the winter bleed. Lost the sun and I lost the feeling that I have something I believe in. I don't know who I am this year. Came so close, but I'm nowhere near. Love someone and they end up leaving. Borrowed time, but it feels like stealing.
All right, I have graduated to a second coat. It's getting colder as the day goes on, but the guys are making serious progress. I think they're gonna be able to finish that wall today. We're still kind of getting back in the rhythm of this. We haven't done the Everlog siding since we did the house, but it's a lot easier this time because we know all the little tricks. We've got them figured out at this point.
Sort of.
We're figuring them out again.
All right, lots of progress being made. I know there's a lot of gray in my beard all of a sudden. I didn't rapidly age to Melissa's 63 years of living. This is just concrete dust. Ignore all that. We are making some great progress on this back wall. It's looking really good thanks to the help of Kaimani here. Itchy hair?
Yeah.
Itchy scalp?
I got itchy everything.
It's looking really good, nice and clean. We're going to mesh this side of the wall right now to these little pieces here, which is going to require that we cut a full length piece to run the length of the wall. We're going to mock it up above this light fixture. Above the door, I'm going to make some marks because we have some notching to do to get around that. I'm trying to avoid any seams on this wall to make it look nice and clean, which I think it will. Hopefully it won't take me the 8 tries that it took me to get around the bottom side of this light fixture here though. Grab underneath the middle. Up on that side. Up higher. Ah. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's damn good, man. Woo!
Things are always so busy around here, and when we are in go mode, it is so easy to skip lunch, but now is not the time for me to be skipping meals, so I am so thankful for Factor. Over the past 3 years, Factor has been such a lifesaver and a time saver because they provide us with fresh, never frozen, dietitian approved meals that are delivered right here to our door. So we can go from completely starving to enjoying a hot meal with no prep, no mess, no cleanup in 2 minutes flat. With Factor, there's something for every lifestyle or taste preference because Factor offers keto, calorie smart, vegan and veggie, and protein plus options. And Factor never gets boring because they offer 35 wholesome, chef-prepared weekly options, so there is always something new to try. And you can round out your meals with their assortment of over 60 nutrition-packed add-ons. With school, sports, and of course the holidays coming up, this is a crazy time of year, so now is the perfect time to get those nutrition goals on track. So whether you're looking to save trips to the grocery store, cut back on takeout at work, or maybe you just want to enjoy a hot meal that you would never otherwise cook for yourself, give Factor a try. Just click the link below and go to factor75.com and use our code GoodSimpleLiving50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and then 20% off your next Factor box. That's 50% off your first box, 20% off your next Factor box when you go to factor75.com, and remember to use our code GoodSimpleLiving50.
That's a lot of siding.
Well, the guys went to open another crate and get the rest of the siding out. However, I don't think we're gonna get more than 2 rows done because the top row needs to be ripped down, and that means it needs backers, which involves cutting 2x4s and all the rest of it. And we are losing light very, very rapidly. So it's only like 4 o'clock, but it's a stormy day, and I think our work is coming to an end today.
Well, we only had 1.5 rows to go, but it's starting to pour on us, as you can see. So we're gonna call it a wrap for the day, and we'll pick this up tomorrow.
All right, today is really, really chilly. It went from 70 degrees to 40 degrees like nothing. So the guys are going to be quickly working on the last couple of pieces to complete that hallway. And I'm working on the toy drive. Thank you guys so much. You came through so big this year. So we were able to successfully adopt 25 pediatric cancer families, and we are still working on stocking their toy closet. So the toy closet is a place where a child that is recently diagnosed with cancer, or they are at the hospital for an oncology visit, or they are unexpectedly staying the night, or they are living in the hospital for a period of time. It's just a place they can go and select a toy or an activity or an art project or something to do. It cures boredom, it gives them something to look forward to, and it definitely brings smiles. So this toy drive stocks their closet for the year. It's really, really important. So we have a wish list down below for Amazon. If you want to shop, we are closing this whole thing down on Halloween. So on October 31st, that means we only have a couple days left. So if you want to shop, click the Amazon wish list below. And if you would like to donate financially, all of the funds go directly to the pediatric cancer families. It pays for gas cards, it pays for grocery assistance, it pays for rental assistance, or just whatever they need during this really difficult time. And again, all of that money goes directly to the families. It doesn't go to keep a light bill on or anything like that. So if you would like to donate financially, we are accepting donations via PayPal. All that information is down below. Also, you can mail a personal check to our P.O. box, but make sure you make the checks out to the Childhood Cancer Coalition. I'm going to be organizing all of this. We're going to be packing it all up. We will be bringing you guys along as we did last year and the year before and the year before that. And we will be collecting all of the funds together and then presenting them with one big check. So thank you guys again. Remember, there's only 5 or 6 days left of this and we are closing it down. We appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to get back to work. Okay, sometimes the trickiest part about the entire toy drive is all of the cardboard. We try to break it all down, and then I like to find homes for it. Usually our gardeners or people that have orchards like to come pick it up, and then they lay it down and they use it as weed barrier. So it does get repurposed, but in the meantime, it's a mountain of cardboard.
Okay, last piece. We're cutting off the top portion because we don't have enough space up on the wall for it to fit. If you look at the profile of this siding, you see that there's a air gap back here, and that's designed specifically for this reason. So what we're gonna do is get some 2x material, nail that into the top of the wall, and then we will face screw that last piece into place with as few screws as possible so it doesn't look ugly. You spun it. You spun it. Stop spinning.
There's a spider.
I'm gonna have to trim. Same thing, tuck the top in first, yeah?
All right, I got about as much done on the toy drive that I can possibly do today. We've got a lot of things sorted and I'm checking on the guys. The wall looks complete, so that is good news. Ooh, it's done.
Done, so you like it?
Looks like a little house.
Why does it have to be a little? What do you mean by that?
No, it just looks good.
Yeah, no, turned out nice.
All right, I have to cut you off from work because we need to get ready for tomorrow.
Well, at least it was from work. I was concerned there for a second.
today we have made the trek down to Spokane because we have a really fun podcast to do. We're actually interviewing Candace Cameron Bure. We are huge Full House fans. We were true products of the 80s.
That's right.
We grew up watching the show and we watched Fuller House with the kids and everything. So we're really excited to meet her. I think this is going to be a really fun conversation.
I wore my good shirt.
You did. Jeremy wore his podcast shirt.
You know the one. Candace, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thanks for asking me, and it's great to meet you guys.
Absolutely. As children that grew up in the 80s and 90s, we were massive fans. Obviously, we watched a lot of Full House growing up, so it's a total thrill for us to have you here.
Yeah.
Thanks. Like, I'm getting teary thinking about it, because, like, sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm a crier too. And if you cry, then I'll cry.
Sometimes I cry, so I try not to. Sometimes I cry. Because, you know, we are the ambassadors for Christ. To a fault, I know I'm a people pleaser. However, I've gotten better at not. I remind myself all the time that I really only have an audience of one. Mm-hmm. That's God.
Candace, thank you so much. Honor to meet you and be able to speak with you.
Really
so
nice to meet both of you. Yeah.
Right.
We really
and good luck with
it.
everything.
We
and
appreciate it.
your
Thank
new
you.
growing family.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Busy time.
Yeah.
Well, we just wrapped up our podcast with Candace Cameron Bure, and she literally couldn't be nicer. She was so
nice.
sweet.
Literally one of my favorite guests that we've had.
You
for
never
sure.
know when you have a celebrity on, like you literally never know what they're going to be like, and she's
so humble and down to earth.
Yeah.
We stayed and chatted for a while following the podcast, so grateful to her and her willingness to speak with a couple of dum-dums like ourselves.
A couple of dum-dums like us. So yeah, no, we really appreciated her time, and that podcast was so fun. Guys, go check it out. We're going to link it down below so you can watch it right after this vlog. All right, let's go. When the kids were all little, I couldn't imagine any of them ever growing taller than me. They were my babies. And although I knew the day would eventually come where they would be helping me instead of me helping them, I didn't realize how quickly that day would come. And then suddenly, that little boy isn't so little anymore. And as it turns out, he is actually way stronger than I am. Things that he wasn't able to do just a few years ago when we first moved out here, he is now better at them than I could ever be. And the little ones, they're not asking me for help carving their favorite characters into their pumpkins anymore. In fact, as I sat there this year watching them empty out their jack-o'-lanterns, I realized this is the very first year where no one asked for help, or got up, bored, and wandered away. I thought that I would resist this stage a little bit more than I am, however. But as it's turning out, it is such a blessing to watch those tiny humans turn into young men and young women and realize that they are capable and creative and turning into better versions of us. It does definitely ease the sting a bit to know that we get to do it one more time. And this time, we will know just how quickly those long days go. But we'll also know that although we may not be able to keep them little, in the end, that's okay. In fact, it's one of life's biggest blessings to watch them grow.